The first thing you want to do at Bikefest is make sure you're at the Icehole on Saturday from 12:30 to 2 for the meetup with Riding in the Ozarks and
Witchcraft Cycle Works.
So Bill and Ray will be there. Me and Firecrack will be there, just hanging out, having a good time. We're just going to be chilling, but please come up, say hi. We'll have some stickers, poker chips, that kind of stuff to give away to people that come up and say hi. It's a great place to hang out. It's really close off the strip there, so you can walk down to the strip and do other things if you get bored hanging out, talking motorcycles and YouTube with us.
Yeah, hope to see you there.
2, people watch and bike watch. So Lake of the Ozarks has a section called the Strip down near Bagnell Dam. There's several bars and places to eat and things, and a lot of them have outside patios. And everybody cruises up and down that strip, and normally it is closed off from cars going through it, bikes only during the rally, especially Friday and Saturday. So people watching and bike watching is a big thing. People walk up and down the strip, they drive up and down the strip. It's a great place to go see lots of bikes and people watch if that's your thing, which I know that is for some people. They like to go see the crowds, be part of the crowds. A lot of these bars and stuff have entertainment. They have patio sections that may be fenced off where you can drink. Last year they had a different kind of license, and they actually let you carry your alcohol from one bar to another outside, down the sidewalk and stuff. That's something that was new. I hope that's back this year. But it makes it makes it fun when you want to walk up and down the strip and check out all the scene and check out all the bikes and what people are doing and stuff like that. 3, organized rides. So every year there's at least 2 or 3 organized rides. Several of them are for charity. This year the Badgers are doing one to Uranus on Saturday. It's a 160-mile ride to raise money for the Wrecked Rider Fund. Also, Woody from the Buffalo Chip is doing a charity ride on Friday. Part of that event that goes from Leprechaun's Corner out to Papa Chubby's. That raises money for a local charity. I don't know all the details, but the great thing about all this stuff is it's on a website. Bikefest, Lake of the Ozarks, has a website with all these events and all these things, and a lot of the stuff that we're going to be talking about, you can get more information from that website. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. I've thought about doing an organized ride. I almost did it this year. It's really something I need more time to plan and figure out. So if you guys come to Bikefest, let me know. If I did an organized ride, would you go on it? And what day would you want to do it on? Friday, Saturday afternoon? What do you think would be best? 4, bike shows. So there are a few bike shows at Lake of the Ozarks now. One of them is more of an art exhibit. It's Cycle Showcases show at the Lake of the Ozarks. That is at Encores. Randy will be there with a display of bikes that are beautiful pieces of art that have been built. There's no judging on that. It's kind of an invited builder thing, but if you're a builder, that's definitely something you want to check out. If you're a fan of motorcycles as art, definitely an experience you want to go see. And if you're a builder, maybe you want to talk to Randy about getting in on the show in the future. The other show that has gotten popular lately is also involving Woody from the Buffalo Chip, and he puts on a bike show at Papa Chubby's on Saturday afternoon. So that's got some really amazing builds and stuff there. I want to take a second and thank Schmidt Law Firm for sponsoring today's video. Schmidt Law Firm is also going to be set up at Bikefest. They always have a booth there. They support motorcycle events here in Missouri. If you ever need a personal injury attorney in Missouri or Kansas, make sure you give Ben a call. Ben is not just any other attorney or ambulance chaser. Ben rides and collects motorcycles. He's truly from our community and cares about us as riders and about the events that we love to participate in. So he does his best to help support those here in Missouri. So if you see my friends from Schmidt Law Firm at Bikefest, make sure you stop by and say hi. And I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. Number 5, vendors. So a lot of people want to check out the vendors. Usually there's a few exhaust and handlebar companies at the Harley-Davidson dealer. There's a vendor area there at Lake of the Ozarks Harley-Davidson that'll have those types of vendors. They'll also have food and things like that for sale there. And usually there's a band and some stuff like that going on at that vendor village there at the Harley-Davidson dealer. There's also a vendor area at what's called Horny Toads. It's the end of Horseshoe Bend. And there'll be several vendors and stuff down there, bandanas, maybe guy installing, LED lighting, that kind of stuff. Now, in the last few years, there's also been another one. I think it's called Lakeview. It's on Highway 5, right there by where one of the bridges goes over the lake. So there's kind of 3 main vendor areas if you might want to go check out if you're into looking at the vendors and seeing what they have for sale. So make sure you stop by and try and support those vendors. Maybe help this event grow and get more vendors to show up at something like this. 6, demo rides. So the Harley-Davidson demo truck will be at Lake of the Ozarks Harley-Davidson. They'll be doing demo rides. You can ride all the new models, touring, softail, trikes. They usually have everything there. So it's a great opportunity to ride a new Harley-Davidson if you're into that. If you're not into Harley-Davidson, don't worry. The Indian dealer usually comes down and does demo rides also. I'd love to see some other manufacturers like Triumph and BMW show up. That would be awesome. But right now, it's mainly Indian and Harley-Davidson. But if you're interested in either one of those new models, you can go ride them right there at the lake. 7, music and concerts. So I kind of hit on this a little bit with the people watching and stuff, but there are bands and concerts going on all over the place. There's lots of bars at Lake of the Ozarks, and a lot of them are going to have live music during this Bikefest rally. And the Harley-Davidson dealer even has live music there during the day, in the evenings, things like that. So if you're into concerts and music, there is plenty of opportunity to see great bands like Hell's Bells, Machine Gun Symphony, Fat Mike and the Bartenders. Some of these are tribute bands, some of these are local bands, but they all put on a good show. And so if you're into music and concerts, that's something that you can definitely find during Bikefest at Lake of the Ozarks. 8. Now this is something that was kind of new last year, and it's expanding this year, and that's motorcycle racing. So last year, they had the AMA Flat Track Championship race at Eldon, Missouri, which is like 15 miles, 20 minutes maybe most from Bagnell Dam at Lake of the Ozarks. So just right up the road, we have a dirt track. And last year, AMA had their championship race there. And it was the last year for the FTR 750. Somebody brought a Harley-Davidson XR Sportster out, and I got to watch people race the end of the season on 2 iconic motorcycles in the flat track racing that probably are never going to be seen racing against each other on a track again, at least not in a sanctioned points race, because they no longer race the FTR 750. Now, flat track racing is not your thing. Don't worry. There is a racetrack that has been built a few years ago. It's not brand new, on the west side of the lake called Ozark International Raceway. They are going to be having some motorcycle racing. There's, I think, on Thursday a day, you can even take your bike out and do, just kind of some parade laps and stuff like that. But they're going to have actual sport bike racing going on during Bikefest this year at Ozark International Raceway. So I don't know if I'm going to get the chance to go see that. I'd like to, but there's so many things going on. It's going to be hard to cover it all. But if you're into sport bike racing, I'm sure that's something you won't want to miss. And I'm glad to see more events like this happening during Bikefest at Lake of the Ozarks. Number 9. And that's what's called the Passport Run. So CMA puts on a passport run, and essentially you buy a book for $20 or $25, and then you go to like 50 businesses. Usually, some people try and do it in a day. Maybe it's 40 businesses. I don't know. I usually takes me 2 days to do it because I don't break my neck doing it. I just do it when I'm in the area of things. But you go to these businesses, you get your book stamped. At the end of the rally, Sunday morning, you drop your book off. You don't have to be present to win, but they give away motorcycles. Last year, they gave away like 2 CF Motos and then a Lowrider ST. This year, they're giving away a 2024 Street Glide in Whiskey Fire. So brand new Street Glide, Whiskey Fire being given away at Bikefest at Lake of the Ozarks on what's called the Passport Run. It's a great opportunity, and the proceeds from that go to CMA, the Christian Motorcycle Association. So it's a kind of a charity thing. And, I know a lot of people say, oh, somebody from out of state always wins that, or it's never someone local or someone we know. Well, last year, a friend of ours, Stanley, won the Lowrider ST. He lives in the Lake of the Ozarks area. We saw him that morning finishing his passport run before he turned it in before the drawing, and then he won it that day. So that was really cool. Glad to see somebody local that we know win it, but it could be you, it could be anybody. So everybody has a chance. It's just a random draw. So that's really cool. I mean, if we want another streak light and whiskey fire, I don't know if we would sell it, trade it off, pay off Firecracker's bike, or maybe she'd try and learn to ride a street glide, see if she was ready for a bigger bike. I don't know, but it's a really cool giveaway idea either way. All right, guys, that are my 9 things to do during Bikefest at Lake of the Ozarks. I hope to see you guys at our meetup. I hope you get something out of this video. Y'all stay safe, keep on riding, and we'll see you in the next one.